CM Punk has returned to WWE following Survivor Series, and yet there are already so many problems going on within the company regarding his return. In this video, we're going to break it down because CM Punk, he shocked a lot of people on November 25th, 2023 in Chicago when he made his return following the men's War Games match. It was a night that many people thought, okay, is Punk going to come back? There had been countless reports stating, look, WB is not bringing this guy back. They have no interest in bringing him back. Vince McMahon doesn't want him back. Nick Khan doesn't want him back. Triple H doesn't want him back. There's a lot of talent in the company that does not want him back. He's not returning at Survivor Series in Chicago months after his AEW release due to the all-in altercation when Jungle Boy Jack Perry over broken glass. And yet, the babyfaces go over in the men's War Games match and outwalks CM Punk. And he got a massive pop. And there is a lot to break down. And obviously, I'm recording this on the morning after, so I have a lot of information that we're going to go over here thanks to Dave Meltzer, Fightful Select, and PW Insider. So let's get it started here. The deal has caused a lot of talent to be upset. Reportedly upset. The angle where Seth Rollins was being irate and cussing out Punk after the match, that was all storyline based due to the fact that Rollins had ripped Punk earlier this year, saying that Punk was a cancer and to stay out of his locker room. That's a work, so calm down. Drew McIntyre storming out of the cage following it. It's unclear whether that had to do with CM Punk, but he was legitimately upset by that. The problem is that there are a lot of talent upset about this because think about this. Punk, one of his last conversations in WB was a meeting with Vince McMahon with Triple H. And Punk told Triple H to his face, despite Vince McMahon wanting Punk and Triple H to work WrestleMania 30, Punk told him that he does not need to wrestle Triple H. He does not need to beat Triple H. And that he resented him for not putting him over 3 years prior when he was on the Summer of Punk tour. And Triple H came out of retirement, essentially beat him, and then went right back to being part of the Authority, right? So not only has Triple H taking a massive risk by bringing this guy back, it should be noted that he was in support of Nick Khan, WWE president, his decision to bring back CM Punk, because the feeling was if there was a demand for a CM Punk return, then they would make the CM Punk return happen. And that's exactly what happened. And Punk is back. The deal came together about 10 days ago. It was a complete secret from everyone. TKO Group Holding executives found out by watching Survivor Series. They weren't told about it ahead of time, but they're more business people, financial people, and looking at the financial aspect of the business and not necessarily creative, so they didn't really need to know. Triple H was in charge of production at the end of the show, and he took over it. The talent in the main event, your Judgment Days, your Rollins, your McIntyres, Rhodes, a jacked Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, they were all told right before the match happened. Punk reportedly was kept hidden until right before he made his return, and he was out in plain sight. Gorilla was emptied before he got into Gorilla. It's a massive risk. It really is. It was a massive risk when Tony Khan brought CM Punk back after the All Out Brawl Out. It was a massive risk that he built Collision, a failing brand right now, around CM Punk. That was a massive risk. It was a massive risk giving him authority, essentially, of who and who cannot be at Collision shows. And due to the backstage heat that Triple H has brought in, essentially, with Punk having so much heat with everyone, he's taking a massive risk because there has been a lot of harmony and a lot of goodwill within the WB locker room since Triple H has regained creative control earlier this year with the backing of TKO and bringing in Punk. It's a massive, massive risk, and we're going to see if it pays off.